When I first came to see you at like mile 6, 7, I would start getting a intense cramp, just tightness in my right glute, and it would go up into my, I believe my IT band, but it would feel like a knife in my hip. And then I would have significant knee pain. I mean, just like from the pounding, but I would just run through it. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but that has gone down probably 85%, and I'm not kidding. So this morning I felt it. The last 4 days I've done 39 miles. I just started feeling it this morning at about mile 6.
Yeah.
And I did a 9.5 mile run today.
Nice.
So it makes running more enjoyable now because I'm not like dreading it, like, oh man, I'm gonna have to power through this. It's really gonna hurt, but I'm gonna do it. There was a lot of things that happened in my childhood that led me to all of the drugs and alcohol, and like, you try to drown it, man. It hurts. There's a lot of hurt and pain inside, but finding other addictions, I guess I call it my healthy addiction now, because everyone's like, oh, what are you running now? And I was hooked. Like, I crossed the finish line, and at first I told my husband Andy, I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. And like when I was at the start line, like, this is it. Like, this 13 miles, this is good. And then after I was done, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do another one of these. I'm hooked. So 13 miles led to a trail marathon, and then a road marathon, and then I'm just like, I bet I could keep going. So
you've been at it for about 4 years.
About 4 years running consistently.
4 years.
So
4 years, and it seems like now you're really upping the ante now, because you went from you said half marathon to start, not to start, but when we're gonna say, and then just 7 months ago, 40 miles. So you went from like tripling that over 2 to 3 years, and then you're like 40 miles to 100 in 1 year.
And then I did one of my big training runs was a 50K, which is 31 miles. And then Marty, she was telling me her story. I had to braid her hair for her for a long time because she couldn't even put her hands above her head. You know, and then she started doing it herself, and she's like, he's really helping me. And I have been dealing with this glute hip issue for over a year. I just power through the miles because I love it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get it done. But it's like, I want to start really working on this. It's important to me. I want to keep going after this race. Like, I want, even if I don't hit 100 miles, I want to sign up for another 100-mile race, and then I want to eventually get to 250 miles at the Cocodona 250. I have some time. I really want to dial in. So that's why I wanted to come see you and start this relationship, because I know that it'll be really beneficial for me, and it already has been over a month. Having
hip pain, dysfunction, tightness, and I mean, in the world of running too, it's very common that you're going to have to push through knees. Just pain in general, whether there's nothing wrong at all.
That's what I thought that I just need to do. So
especially if you're increasing the amount of volume of miles.
And I quit foam rolling, and because it's just a mask for I mean, it's going to give you some relief there in that moment, but it's just going to come back. This is what I'm talking about, like educating myself about all the things, and like food, nutrition, like all the, I mean, stretching in itself is, I mean, like you said, you can do it if it feels good for you, but working on the root of it is where I want to go. So I have a hot tub. I get in my hot tub. I do a cold plunge.
Yeah, you do.
I do light stretching in the morning just to wake up.
Yeah, sure, things feel better. There's less pain, but there's such a common theme in, I did this thing that used to beat me up the next day, and that has changed significantly. And so, like, when you say recovery, there's less of a need to foam roll because your body's not feeling sensations that it was telling you. And so when we, through the muscle activation techniques process and strength training, when we increase your muscle's ability to produce and tolerate force, that means it takes more to get that same negative response.
Yeah.
And if you can recover faster, guess what you can do more of? Train.
Keep going. All of it's just coming into this big, beautiful package, and learning about my body is, I don't have an athletic background.
I don't do this stuff.
Yeah.
And the neat thing is looking at what we've worked on. We worked on three motions in your body. 2 of them are in your spine, and 1 is in your hip, and none of them are in your glutes. None of them are in the area that you have had this discomfort and pain, right? And so my insight to you has been when we strengthen all the things that are, I don't even like to say big movers, but are responsible for moving you into every run, every stride, and we bring the ability for muscles to do their job better. That hip is probably this protective mechanism of tension and tightness, because it's recognizing you can't do certain things well.
Right.
And we bring back the support. The tension isn't there as much, or it takes more to get there. And we might see something interesting, because typically when someone, like how you were not feeling the hip, and then today was the first time you felt it in a bit, we might see one of those motions weak again. We may not, but usually that means, we kind of exceeded this threshold of what we could tolerate again.
Right, yeah.
And it's a good thing, because if you have a practitioner, you're working with someone, because now if you exceeded it, we have this window of opportunity to train your nervous system and muscles to be stronger and tolerate the thing that shut you down